this improvisatory aspect of Bharatanatyam, for me, has been Bharatanatyam. And I think any of you who saw Bala Saraswati or Shanta Rao or anybody would understand what I'm saying, that that is our ideal, even though we have all, or you have all, taken it so far forward with such extraordinary choreography and such extraordinary complex rhythms and so on. But we want to go back to the time which was there when I studied with my guru, Sikil Ramaswamy Pillai. But I learned it from this business of improvisation in a very roundabout way. At 16, I had been studying with him for about 6 months. Having quickly learned an Alaripu and Jatiswaram, because you had to learn sets when you went, no? We were working on a Shabdam and had been doing it for about 2 months, 3 months or something. So I was getting a little bored. So one day when Tata was late, and as K.J. Govindarajan, yes, the flutist Raghuraman's father was then Natanavinar to my guru. He was singing the Shabdam and beating also on the talam. And I decided to try something different. Instead of the usual Varnaladine playing sticks and things like that, as Sakhis do. And actually, quite naively, all I did was Varnaladine. And as that happened, I closed my eyes, in came Tata. What? Rajika. I froze like this. And he came up to me, lifted my elbow, lifted my thing. Nallarka. Okay, today Varnam. I've just started getting excited about the Shabdam. And he's going on to the Kamas Varnam. Well, it took me some time. And I only understood that he had been waiting for me to play with the lyrics, to spontaneously start improvising before he moved on. So you didn't learn by words. And even after that, with jatis, I found myself, I would listen to the jati. And then depending on it, dit takanakajum, tarikita takata, dit takanakajum, and I would choose the adavu that went with it. Even today I do that because you listen. Because the choreography used to be very simple, the jatis were very simple, not like the stuff that you do today, which does, I have to admit, need a lot of practice. But Srinidhi had, as she said, thought it would be interesting to lead some younger performers to improvise their renditions of padams, to be spontaneous in their expression of Sringaram. My challenge was a way to figure this out because, of course, proper improvisation can only be done with something you know very well and have already explored. So what I did was give the dancers 3 poems, following Srinidhi's advice that they should be in Tamil so that the audience could understand it, and also that the dancers themselves could respond to the words and hear them again. So, unfortunately, I don't really know these padams backwards because most of the repertoire we used to do was in Telugu or in Kannada or whatever when we were first studying. So I told them about 2 weeks ago which pada I wanted them to do. Then, just an hour before this session, I gave them a set of instructions on how I wanted them to interpret the lyrics. Here's some suggestions. For example, I said, to several repetitions of the Pallavi, they should explore, for example, different kinds of naikas who could express those words. A mugdha, praudha, mature woman seasoned in love, a wife or a courtesan, an uttama, or someone who took liberties with her lord, behaving slightly less uttama. I wanted in particular for them to go against their personalities. I wanted this to be an acting exercise. It's not about me, it was because one cannot get rid of oneself, but to transform and find this other person that is saying, I can't believe that he's coming today, or I can't believe he's coming today. You know, I mean, just play with it. I asked them to figure out where the Nayaka was and let us know through her being there rather than saying, okay, so we're here and the procession is coming. You just sort of want to know that she's sitting there and that what is she's really trying to do is you feel that she's trying to watch something. And of course, we know what that is from the lyrics. Also, it was very important for them to see the Nayak. Even if you're talking to a Sakhi, or talking directly to him, or to a Murti that you expect to see, what is in your mind, the person who is driving you crazy is a person. And I want to know, is he listening to you like this? What is his attitude? You know, I want to feel through your eyes that there is a response. It's a conversation even though he is not speaking. And lastly, to remember that we should in the end relish the depth of her love for the Nayak, because the idea was to hopefully elicit Sringara Rasa in us. So bearing this in mind, that it's an experiment, which should be fun for the dancer and for you. Let's start with the first padam, Teruvul Varano, sung by Srimati Radha Badri, accompanied, as you know, by Nellai Kannan on Mridangam and Kalai Arasan on violin, and interpreted by Harinee Jeevitha. The next dancer is Nrithya Pillai. As you heard, she's the granddaughter of Guru Swami Malai K. Rajaratnam Pillai, and from an old, you know, we really do miss the gurus. I am a little not sure of the numbers of people who call themselves gurus who are also performing themselves. The big thing about the old gurus were they did not perform. They held the tradition and they watched, and it's like directing your own play. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you have to know what you are doing to be able to do so. And her padam is Asai Mukham in Puri, as we know. I was also thinking it would be wonderful if you could do a kacheri where you had 3 or 4 dancers so that you could actually enjoy a whole evening of extraordinary work. And if you actually understood it, the new is important, but don't forget the tried and true. So the third and last dancer is Srividya Sailesh, disciple of the lovely dancer Shobhana, and for whom she often does Natuvangam in concert. And her padam is Netrandi Nrithya in Hussaini. Beautiful dance.
Netrandi Nrithya Niradum Karithanile Netrandi ne ஜாடை காட்டி அழைத்தவையாரோ சுவாமி நேசந்தி நேரத்திலே நீராடும் கரைதனிலே நெருங்கி உம்மை ஜாடை காட்டி அழைத்தவையாரோ சுவாமி நேற்றந்தி நீராடும் கரைதனிலே நெருங்கி ஜாடை காட்டி அழைத்தவையாரோ சுவாமி நேற்றந்தி நேரத்திலே நீராடும் கரைதனிலே நெருங்கி உம்மை ஜாடை காட்டி அழைத்த அவையாரோ சுவாமி நேற்றந்தி நேரத்திலே நீராடும் கரைதனிலே நெருங்கி உம்மை ஜாடை காட்டி அழைத்த